What up? It's your boy Quasimodo. Quick rant. First real video so that y'all see me. Understand who the fuck I am. Don't care about the cuss words. Sorry. Tell your kids get off online. Look here, man. For all the producers, for all the music artists, for all the people that are just inspired by music. What I found out today, at 49 years old, yeah, I'm not old, born in 76. What I found out today was that you got to remember what made you fall in love with what you fell in love with. Fell in love with women, fell in love with music. But music came before women for me. I lost some of the most important people in my life years ago. This ain't new. This ain't nothing for y'all to feel sorry about. We all lose people. It's okay. The older you get, the closer to 50 you get, the more you're going to see loss. While you're in your 20s, you don't believe nobody going to die. You're invincible. That's how you feel. But people with purpose, people with dreams, aspirations, and know how to really seek them out and do them, you go back to the essence. Writer's block, beat block, anything that you got a block on, you go back to the essence on what made you love, what the fuck is bothering you. You're talking to a clinically prescribed manic depressive. I'm being completely vulnerable with y'all. I got 4 daughters. Ain't been a perfect father. Got a son. My first son. Autistic, can't hear on one side, and been through multiple surgeries. Don't talk. 5 years old. Still wear a diaper. All these things brings my manic back out. Not depression, just manic. Manic is the fact that I can control my emotions. Maniac. Manic is a smaller version of maniac. So I'm a fucking maniac. Look at my head. I look crazy right now. I look like a maniac. But in order to get back to the music, the shit that brings me back to heaven, the shit that brings me back to God, because music is the only thing that I've ever seen in my entire 49, 50 years of life that always brings me to God. Don't gotta be gospel. Don't gotta be rock. Don't gotta be country. And I don't care about no music. If it's good music, I'ma listen. And I'm going to love it, and I'm going to sing it, and I'm going to try to replicate it. That's a real producer. For y'all that don't understand that, y'all ain't there yet. It's okay. I've been doing this since I was 13 years old. I was a rapper before I was ever a producer. I became a producer because I couldn't get a producer to make no music for me. Now I got $80,000 worth of equipment, which ain't a flex. I taught myself how to play the piano. Got guitars I still don't know how to use. But I will pick the tones I need. Because God gives it to me. I have to cleanse myself sometimes. A lot of times. I need to do it more often than what I'm doing it now. I'm an introvert. I don't like being around people. But what I do know is the one saying that I've ever heard in my entire life. God won't give you more than you can handle. We all here for reasons. Now we got the internet, so everybody can do what we do. Everybody ain't good, and every song ain't gonna be a hit. But to my kids, everything I do is a hit. Think about that. Think about you as an individual. Think about you as an artist. Think about you as a producer. Think about you in all these facets. What we have to do is go back to what made us fall in love with it before. Because if you're a musician, trust and believe, you ain't become a musician to get no ass. You was a musician before you ever understood what ass was. And vice versa, however you want to look at it. Get back to your roots. Sometimes you just got to sit down and listen to the shit that made you fall in love with it. I fell in love with Aretha Franklin, Patti LaBelle. I fell in love with Marvin Gaye. I was born in '76. Martin Luther King, all that. Fall in love again, or just go back so you can fall in love again, because that gotta be breath for us artists. If you paint, Van Gogh gotta touch you some way. If you paint, Michelangelo gotta touch you some way. If you sing, Frank Sinatra gotta touch you some way. Kiss gotta touch you some way. Metallica, Guns N' Roses gotta touch you some way. I was born before MTV had black folks other than Michael Jackson. Go back to the root of who you are. Songs meant something. They removed the whole genre of music to remove black folk. And I ain't being racist, just being honest. Soul music became R&B. R&B ain't R&B. Chris Brown ain't Marvin Gaye. Or Al Green, Bootsy Collins, George Clinton. Yeah, they might have had different avenues that make them more successful than what the fuck they is, funk, all that. But they're soul musicians. I sat here for at least 8 hours watching Kirk Franklin, Donnie McClurkin, Michael Jackson, Prince. Who's one of the greatest art? Prince is bigger than Mike to me. And I love Mike more than I love Prince. But Prince is bigger because I self-taught myself to have all of this. Because of him, you can do anything. Michael Jackson, greatest entertainer of all time. All time. Had the glove, the jacket, the socks, the penny loafers. All that. My heart belongs to music. The Bible itself says, make a joyful noise. Singing comes from releasing. Sometimes we can't. When we can't, take your ass back to the source. A lot of us don't do that because we become successful, make money, all that shit. I ain't made half the money, none of that shit. There's people out there in the world that has worked with my own children because they produce records. For people that became phenomenons. And I'm blessed to have beautiful daughters that was able to meet those people. This is how great God is. There's a guy named Bolo the producer. If you don't know him, look him up. He's on YouTube. He's big. He ain't a problem. Silento. Watch me whip. Watch me work it. He made that beat. same time I lived in Alabama, he lived in Alabama. If you think about it, God don't work in mysterious ways. God is just perfect in what he do. We ain't perfect. Don't have to be. All I gotta do is spread the word and keep it moving. And I ain't trying to be religious, because I don't always spread the word. I was a rapper before I was anything else, and I wanted to be a singer before I was a rapper. Still can sing, still can rap. Don't do it. I just make the music now. But the music that y'all want to hear, I'm not making. I'm your D'Angelo. Every 15 years, you might get something out of me. Unless somebody blow up. I make music for me. But the point is, for y'all niggas, y'all women, y'all whoever you are, when you get a block, go back to the source that got you there in the first place. If Too Short is the reason why you make music now, take your ass back to that Too Short record. Guns N' Roses is the reason why you make music now, go back to that Guns N' Roses. Michael Jackson, go back. Phil Collins, go back. Paul McCartney, Beatles, go back. Jimi Hendrix, go back. Sometimes the reset don't be understood until you understand the reset. That's what I learned in therapy. I'm not in therapy anymore. Reset. Whatever brought you to the dance, go back. It'll help you. It'll further you. I'm a sponge. When I don't make music, I sponge everything up. I just absorb. When I remake music again, it's because I've absorbed, so I have something to give back. A lot of us don't understand that. Everybody's searching for a fucking hit. Fuck a hit. I ain't gotta have a hit. I got 5 kids. Who got 5 kids? So I'm 10 deep in my legacy. I did exactly what God told me to do. Did you? Did you? Do you understand your purpose? If you look it up, every performer, from movie star to music star to philanthropist, whatever it is that you are into, they come from the stock that started it. So if you're in music, you come from the stock that started it. You ain't gotta be related bloodline. You just gotta know that you come from what started it, which gives you the right to change it or make it better or give your own interpretation. I believe what Prince said. I don't want people covering my songs. I don't even make songs for the masses. I make songs for me to calm me down. And I'm great at it. Y'all ain't gotta like it. My kids love it. So, which legacy means more? Because you made some money? Don't mean nothing. Trump just took money away from us, so think about this dumb shit, man. Be who you gonna be, but if you're gonna be an artist and a musician, be true to yourself and be true to exactly what it is that you want to do. You no longer have to bow down to the masses. You no longer have to bow down to an entity, because it's free now. You just can throw it out there and people can love you. Or they can hate you. However you try to take it. But at least be you. If you, how are you not doing what you're supposed to do? How are you not walking in your purpose? 90% of the time, the people that are them and the people that they shun is because they different. It's because they're misunderstood. It's because they're not controllable. Lauryn Hill, D'Angelo, perfect examples. Fame, fortune can fuck you up. But love comes from what you hear and what you feel. If you're a musician, you put it in the world. That's all I do. Don't care if you like it. So go back to the source. Go back to what brought you to the table. If you have a problem, can't write, can't produce, take time, especially the men. Take time. Go back to what made you fall in love with music in the first place. The very first song that made you sing. Whatever. If you gotta cry, cry. I cried all day today. Ain't nobody see it. Don't care. I'm a grown-ass man. And I'm telling the world I cried today. Look at my eyes. Don't I look like I was crying? I ain't high. I got weed. I ain't high. Sometimes that's what it takes. Matter of fact, I ain't even gonna say sometimes no more. It's always what it takes. Whatever you fell in love with that came from music to you, is because that's what you're supposed to do. Make the best of it. We all want to be rock stars. We all want to have all the women or all the men or whatever the fuck it is you're going through. Fame, fortune. I don't need none of that. All I need is that my kids is going to be okay. Think about these things. That's what's wrong with music. They removed the genre from our people because they couldn't control it. Soul music is dead, but it ain't. Come from your soul. Speak the truth. It's okay to throw a couple fallacies here and there in a song that's going to blow up. But be real to yourself. Be real. Ain't nothing wrong with telling stories. Be real to yourself. If you're going to talk about your life, be real to yourself. If you wasn't him, don't act like you was him in your song. Speak in third person. There's so many different things that you can do that people will more regularly relate to than what we do. Chasing a check ain't it, because the checks is about to stop flowing. They already stopped in a certain way. So if you make music, you better love it or stop. Moto out.